You know she's just going to say no.
She's going to laugh at you just like the last one laughed at you. She's not going to think you're cute.
You have no idea what to do on a date.
So I don't know how to say it any other way. She's going to call the cops.
Nope, nada, never.
She's going to laugh at you and you're going to feel not cute, not cute.
You got like the move, how you gonna end this off? What are you gonna do after the date?
Security.
Nope.
Ha ha ha, she's going to just laugh. Loser.
And do you ask for a second one, or what do you do at that point?
She's going to call the cops.
I can hear you. Okay, so how was this?
You were stuck.
I was exactly. That's a good way of summing it up. I was still not moving, but less struggle, and I could really feel that from there was not as much energy as the last move. So, but what about? Did you notice anything with my thoughts? Did they become louder? Notice? Yeah, it softened down a bit. I like that. Okay, but I'm still not moving. That's a good point there. So actually at this course they said that acceptance and action would be a good way, two good things to combine. So I'm going to try that move as well. So if you just gather here in the corner, like very close to each other, like a little cloud. And I want you to each put your hands on one hand at my shoulder. And you see up there by the table, she's actually standing there. So I want you to come with me while I'll ask her, and just keep repeating your things, and we'll go up there, everyone together. You're welcome to tag along. Welcome. Okay.
Please don't say yes. Please don't say yes, because you're not going to know what to do. I mean, you're going to get there, and maybe you don't know. Maybe you're supposed to give a gift or something.
Hello. I know we have never met before, but I was sort of wondering if you would be interested in coming with me to the movies tonight. Well, maybe like 8 o'clock. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you for helping me out with that one. So we're just going to debrief this one, and then we're going to take a little break. So, thoughts and comments about this?
I like that it's more realistic when you actually have the people with you as your thoughts, demonstrating that, because I think we've all experienced something like that where you have all these negative thoughts kind of going on while you're trying to do something, but having them present makes it easier.
Yeah, thank you. It can feel a lot like that sometimes. Yeah, more comments, thoughts?
I think it's that final point, that final thing. Have the thoughts.
Yeah.
They're not going to go away.
Yeah.
They're not going away. So what do you do with them?
Yeah, exactly.
You bring them along with you.
Yeah. And I think this makes a good job of sort of showing that. And one thing I'm not sure if you noticed, but when we came up here, you heard me asking, but you didn't hear the answer. So I set out to take steps in my value direction. Did I do that? Did I manage? Okay. But what if she says no? Then I still moved in the right direction. That's a really clever thing that you noticed that. So there are, basically seems to be, like the things I do with my feet, to actually take steps towards the value direction. Do I have control over that? Yeah, I have 100% control. Whether she says, no, I think you're ugly, or just no, do I have control over that? Not really. So I have control over taking steps with my feet that is in a direction of the life I would like to have. But I have no guarantees what the world will give me. So that's a nice distinction, to learn that distinction. And so sometimes living a valued life, a valued vital life means that sometimes it will work as we wanted it to work. Sometimes we will get hurt. Sometimes we will be disappointed. But what we have full control over is actually taking steps. I like Ingmar Stenmark. He was a world-famous skier from Sweden. And he didn't talk much, but one thing that he said that I really liked, he was just like, because he was like, the reporter was asking him, but didn't you fall a lot when you trained all the time? Yep. But it was when I felt that I learned to ski. And that sort of sums it up. So I think that's this is another one on the same topic. It's Calvin and Hobbes. What you doing? I'm killing time while I wait for life to shower me with meaning and happiness. So sometimes we have monsters turning up saying, no, be safe, don't go that way, take this way, you can turn right. But this is not what it actually looks like. This is the situation, that actually our monsters comes with me on the way, and they say, no, don't go there, you'll get hurt. But you can still take them along the ride. Or another way of saying it, we all have self-doubt, uncertainty, ugly memories, anxiety. So take them in a firm grip and walk towards what we think is important. So, and then we're going to go into verbal hindrances after the break. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. So I think actually, thank you. Any last comments, short comments to wrap this up before we take the break? As you as group leaders, would it be difficult to do this with a group, or you got the hang of it?
Yeah. Have you ever had a group where people were not interested in participating like that?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes people can get a little bit afraid. But what I usually do when I give the group leader training, or usually you are two, so I have one of like the co-facilitator that is not leading the exercise takes the first thought, and also then can easily model how it's going to be done. So both leaders are on the floor. So that sort of helps. But no, I've never sort of, they can be a little bit reluctant, but I just sort of ease them into it. No worries, just come up here and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. You don't, that's fine. Any other questions? Isn't it sort of cute? Yeah.
I think the thing I like the best is that I had no idea what you wanted us to do, so I feel like we all kind of modeled what you meant without like really knowing where you were necessarily going with it.
Yeah.
But we did really well.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a cool exercise.
Oh, thank you. I agree.
I have something, Frederick, and I don't even really know how to put it into words at all, but, you know, as we watch this whole little play go on, right, in the beginning, you know, there was you, but your thoughts were really bigger than you.
Yeah.
They yelled at you and screamed at you, and then you tried to compromise. And, you know, but somewhere in there, something happened where, and I guess it was in the acceptance piece, where you got bigger, so to speak. In other words, I can have all these thoughts, and I can still go in this direction.
Yeah.
So there was something that, I don't even know how to say it, what I'm trying to say, but something happened there in your own self-efficacy or who you think you are, to be able to say, I can still go forward even with this. Right? Does that make sense?
So I guess that's what happened when we get stuck in fighting. We tend to become rigid in a sort of way, because so much energy is devoted to this fight, and we sort of know that we cannot win at some point because our experiences with it. So just like the acceptance move, I think is really efficient. And still I want to connect that acceptance on its own is not really helpful. But sometimes it actually is, because you're letting go a lot of the struggle. But it's so much more effective if you're letting go of the struggle and take steps towards creating the life you want to do. Yeah, where is it? So imagine that I come home after work and I'm really tired, and I say to myself, oh, I want to exercise, but I'm so tired. What do you think I will do? Not exercise? Yeah, exactly. I would just lay down on the sofa, put on the TV, maybe have some potato crisps, and just, oh, this feels nice. So how does it feel when I've just decided not to go and train? What's your guess? Crummy? I think actually when I've just decided, oh, this is so nice, I don't have to go. So really there in the moment, I would say that, yeah, I like that. But how does it help me in the long run if it's like my values to take care of myself and my body? Then I would probably, as you're saying and leaped into, I will not feel so good because it's not really in my value direction. So why does this happen? I would say probably because of two reasons. I've been trapped in two ways. First, we have the short-term traps. And that's basically meaning that we, as human beings, we are very sensitive to short-term reinforcement. So like if there is a way I can, I don't like this, and I can see an emergency exit, I'm prone to take it. Or if there's a reward that comes here instead of further away, I will take this one. We sort of seem to work that way. And that is what makes sometimes addictions hard. Because even if we know what's right, we sometimes jump into the wrong boat by taking what's closest to us. But I would say that there is another thing happening here as well, and that sort of has to do with how we talk to ourselves and how we think. And what I mean with that is that here we have a desire to exercise on this side, and on the other side we have a feeling of being so tired. And the little world but is sort of giving the relation between those two. And the little world but sort of takes away what comes in front of it. So another way of doing this is to actually change but to and. There is still a desire to exercise, there is still a feeling of tiredness, and sort of gives the relationship. And the relationship with and is that both can sort of coexist, they can be there together. I can feel tired and at the same time I can go and exercise. And just another example of this is sometimes it's more honest to use the word and instead of but. So just say that I love my partner but I'm so angry. I love you but you just make me so angry. Then it's sort of like there is love, there is feelings of anger, and the sort of but part tells a relation that sort of takes that away. So it would be more fair to say, like, I love you, and right now there are a lot of feelings of anger. And it's probably both, they can be both true. So kick your butts and try to replace them with ands. Sometimes it's effective just to sort of remind us that we can sort of be more free to do what we want. Maybe she should have some of that. So just imagine that, like, your boss is calling you to the office and saying, well, Ramona, I just want to say that you did a good job, but I do. It's sort of...
That's what she does.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, so,
It's all right.
that's funny.
I love Ramona.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's great. That's great. Yes, but sometimes we can use it flexibly. I'm not saying that you never should use but again, because sometimes it's relevant. I really love that you asked me to participate in this project, but right now at this point, it's not something that I can do. Or yes, so sometimes it's just think about the function of how we language with ourselves.